K-Nation. Sponsored by K-State Superstore and 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K-Nation, he's back for one more year and he's got some unfinished business. Our KU guest this week is senior safety Kenny Logan Jr.
Plus, Go Power Cats Cole Carmody will join us in studio to talk football, basketball, baseball, maybe all of them. It's a combo you don't want to miss.
And K-State has a new football facility indoors, so what's being done with the old place? It's a $12 million project, and we'll hear all about it from Athletic Director Gene Taylor.
Welcome to K-Nation. Happy Mother's Day. I'm Landon Reinhardt.
Shout out to all the moms out there. I'm Glenn Kinley. We'll get to all those stories we just mentioned, a whole lot more. Baseball season coming down to the wire here. Just 1 week left in the regular season, but we're starting this show with softball. KU softball with arguably the biggest win in the last 5 years for their team, maybe longer than that. You could date it back to about 16 years. Head coach Jennifer McFalls took over 5 years ago with a win the other day over number 8 Oklahoma State. The Jayhawks get their first Big 12 tournament victory since 2007.
Long time coming.
It was a 2-day game after a rain delay caused them to finish the second day, a come-from-behind game to win 8-7. KU would fall in the next game to Texas, but to end the season, and that through the ups and downs, Coach McFall says a win against Oklahoma State, well, that was pretty indicative of their season.
Kind of the description of our team, how gritty we've been all season long. We have not quit, and I think that really helped us finish a tough game like today, because we've had a lot of close games this season where we were behind and we just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. So I personally just never felt like we were out of it. We just needed to get that momentum back on our side, and we did that in the 7th inning. So love, love, love that we just did not quit once again.
We got to take into account just how good the Big 12 has been in softball while looking at this, but this wraps up KU softball's best season under Coach McFalls, who took over in 2018. 5-13 conference record, best in McFall's tenure, program best since 2016. A large part in the upwards trend is the pitching. 4.3 runs per game allowed, lowest since McFalls got to Lawrence.
That's just a huge step in the right direction. She mentioned it, but that group has a lot of groups wouldn't be able to stay together through that many trials.
And yeah, we've talked to them all season long, and they're hungry for more success, and they've been close all season long. So like McFalls said, love that they kept fighting.
And they bring back almost everybody, so watch out for the Jayhawks next spring. All right, the second to last weekend of regular season baseball for the Big 12. Few teams this weekend had a bigger series than K-State and Oklahoma State.
High stakes.
The Batcats started with a bang. It was a huge win on Friday in the series opener to take sole possession of second in the Big 12, but it didn't last too long. The Cowboys, well, they rarely drop a series in Stillwater, and they didn't this weekend. OSU wins games 2 and 3 in decisive fashion. With that, K-State falls to tied for third in the Big 12. The Cats wrap up the regular season at home next weekend against TCU.
KU baseball taking some time away from Big 12 play down in Alabama at Samford. It's a 3-2 loss Thursday, 12-4 win on Friday, then 9-7 loss on Saturday to fall in the series. Bright side does not affect Big 12 standings. Jayhawks sitting in 8th with Baylor falling to TCU. KU will finish 8th or higher with the series at Texas Tech next weekend. A sweep would put them above the Red Raiders just in time for Big 12 tournament play.
Exciting time out there on the diamond. Baseball, softball alike. You love to see it. All right, a busy weekend in Norman, Oklahoma as well. The Big 12 track and field championships going down. Weather got in the way a little bit. The meet did wrap up, though, just this afternoon. We had some stellar performances from both K-State and KU. We're sensing a trend here. We have a lot of stellar performances.
Of course, the Jayhawks had top finishers all over the place. Remember this name, Glenn. Chandler Gibbons.
How could I forget?
He wins the 5K and the 10K, set a Big 12 meet record in the 5K earlier today. Also, Riley Anderson for the Jayhawks takes home the gold in women's high jump for the second straight year. She clears the bar at 6 feet even.
Wow. No individual winners for K-State, but some great showings nonetheless. Most notably, Caden McCall finishes second in the men's hammer throw. Emma Robbins finishes second in the women's hammer throw. Both those throwers set school records. That'll work. Also for the Cats, Urte Bashia.
I'm going to say Bocci and Scotty.
I may have botched her name, but she had a heck of a performance, though. Second in the women's heptathlon, and if she keeps performing like that, we're going to have to learn how to say her name.
Yeah, and McCall actually broke his own record in that hammer toss. Let's check out some of these team results, though. On the men's side, KU makes the podium, large in part to 20 points from Chandler Gibbons. Remember the name, Glenn?
Yeah, he's good.
They finished third. K-State men finished 8th. On the women's side, it's K-State in 7th and the Jayhawks in 8th.
Wow. Let's unpack there.
Of course. And let's look at some more headlines this week. K-State hosted local athletes as part of the Bill Snyder Sunflower chapter of the National Football Foundation, recognizing high schoolers' work off the field as part of their success on the field. Coach Snyder was in attendance and shared the value of building young men. Sean Snyder, Bill's son and new KU assistant coach, was there as well and mirrors the importance of off-the-field work, saying he's seen great work so far in Lawrence.
Basis of our program is for young people to be a strong member of our football team through their character as well as their accomplishments outside of football itself.
You know, as far as just my experiences and what I've done, but Coach Leipold and that staff are doing a phenomenal job building that program right now. And the things that they're doing with those young men and developing them, you know, I just hopefully can be a part of it to help out.
You love to see it. A nice little event there for the Snyders. Kansas volleyball junior Caroline Bien is getting a special opportunity. For the second straight year, she's been selected to train with Team USA. She's one of 18 U21 members to get the call to Anaheim, and she started all 29 matches for the Jayhawks last season, and she finished second on the team with 274 kills.
She's another fun player to watch.
Stud, yep.
KU basketball has committed to the basketball tournament, or TBT, using the name Mass Street. You see the Morris twins on screen there. Both are in the NBA, so they'll be the coaches for this squad. Very special tip-off date for the tournament, July 19th in Wichita, more commonly known as my birthday.
An exciting one. You might have to go check out the KU alumni hooping.
Little birthday present.
And we were talking about the other day, but it would be unreal if KU had a real alumni team with Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins.
Man.
All right, let's talk about Marquise Noel. He showed out at the G League Elite Camp this weekend. No NBA Combine invite yet.
Emphasis on the yet.
But he decided to show them out what they're missing out on. He didn't miss a beat from the NCAA tournament, and he kept playing with that swagger that we know. 11 points, 8 assists, 2 blocks. The guy could block. He's only 5'8",
2 blocks.
Getting some blocks in the scrimmage performance. Hey, that includes a couple deep threes for Noel, and he even turned around, looked the other way because he knew they were going in. That's the Marquise Noel we know and love.
Oh, it's so cool to see him not miss a beat with it. You know, the shot, then turn away. He already knows it's going in.
No doubt. It's the Steph Curry look.
And he just kept on doing it in front of these scouts, wanting him at the next level, playing like he always
Yeah,
did.
we're hoping he gets that shot for sure.
I'm hoping so.
All right, don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up on K-Nation, Kansas football's biggest offseason acquisition might have been getting this guy to come back. We sit down with KU safety Kenny Logan Jr. in this K-Nation exclusive.
But first, K-State track and field has been inside Ahern Fieldhouse for decades, but it's no more. After the break, a new home for the Speedsters. Where that is and what Gene Taylor has to say about it. Don't go anywhere. You are watching K-Nation.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
For more than 34 years, Shorey Automotive has proudly served the Topeka area with knowledgeable, reliable, and honest repair and service. We're honored to serve our veterans, active duty service members, and first responders. Shorey Automotive, providing you with value for your repair or service dollar.
Properties that are for sale by owner are typically on the market longer, sell for significantly less, and leave a seller open to potential legal problems than those properties sold with the assistance of a realtor. A home may be the largest and most complicated transaction you'll ever make. Trust a realtor with the ethics, expertise, and education to act in your best interest and guide you through the process. Find homes for sale in Northeast Kansas and a Sunflower Association realtor member that's right for you at sunflowerrealtors.com.
Sports!
We have everything
that you're looking for
at Play It Again Sports.
New and used sports and fitness equipment with used up to 50% off retail.
You can create your own discount by trading in and trading up. Sell us your gear and get cash on the spot, or even get store credit.
Play It Again Sports has something for every athlete. All seasons, all sports, on any budget. We're open every day in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Game on!
Welcome to Jungle House, a shop for plant people. The Jungle House offers a range of in-store and at-home services to help your plants thrive. Not a green thumb? Don't sweat it. We're here to help. Jungle House, 924 Delaware Street, Lawrence.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Hey, the K-State Athletic Department is keeping busy with plenty of construction. We got the Shamrock Zone, the Volleyball and Olympic Training Center finishing up soon, and now an indoor football facility, brand new.
But what happens to that old indoor facility? I caught up with K-State Athletic Director Gene Taylor this week to see how the Cats are recycling that space. K-State Track and Field is getting a new home, well, indoor home. After decades inside Ahern Fieldhouse on K-State's campus, the track team is moving into K-State football's old indoor facility, cleared from the football team with the completion of the new indoor field. Like the grateful officer McElmore once said, one man's old football space, that's another man's come up.
We're going to be able to do those events without having to compromise what we're doing because of something else that's going on. And that's, again, that's kind of rare. It certainly was rare in Ahern. And it's rare in a lot of indoor facilities, so that's going to be pretty nice.
Simple math for this one from the jump. Need a new space? Fill in the old place.
It was all part of the plan. As soon as we knew we were going to build that one, we already started working on the design of the indoor track.
Other than simply needing an upgrade from the 70-year-old Ahern, the move now puts track all in one place. Instead of a drive onto campus, it's a 30-second walk from Coach Rivelto's office to the indoor to the outdoor.
It's more convenient. Indoor and outdoor facilities are going to be right next to each other. With the Olympic Training Center going in, weight room and training room, now we're basically in one location, whereas before we were kind of across campus.
With the exception of the golf teams at Colbert Hills, all the athletics teams have their headquarters within a quarter mile of Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
The new Olympic Training Center where the weight room is, it's just all right there. All the Olympic sports will be able to train and prepare and be ready in the Olympic Training Center.
The transition's already begun, with the football turf gone and state-of-the-art track equipment expected to be finished in late 2023, with hopes of hosting track meets by January.
You'll literally be able to run, a 100-meter hurdle race or kind of, sort of, 110-meter hurdle race, on a straightaway indoors, which is, I don't know of anywhere else really where you can do that.
The move is part of K-State Athletics' years-long Building Champions initiative, the latest of $126 million donor-funded upgrades including Boozer Family Park, Toyton Family Stadium, the Shamrock Zone, and the nearly complete Volleyball and Olympic Training Center. Millions later, the pocketbooks need some vacation time.
I think we're going to be done with major facility renovations for a while. I think we're going to give our donors a little bit of a break, which they're probably pretty happy about.
While great for new recruits, the move from Ahern doesn't come without some sentimentals from Rivelto.
For 35 years, I trained and competed in there, so there's a lot of fond memories of things that happened there.
Yeah, and Gene Taylor clarified to me, going to be major upgrades to the building itself, new air conditioning and heating, and state-of-the-art track.
Yeah.
The best of the best is going.
It's even a bank track, the fancy kind. And
yeah.
We want to be clear. It's not that they're just throwing some rubber track in that football facility.
It isn't just the old football place. They're making this.
What'd you say, a $12 million project?
Yep, $12 million.
It's going to be very nice. They'll probably host more indoor track meets too, which will be nice. All right, stick around. Coming up after the break, an interview you won't find anywhere else. One of the best defenders in the Big 12. It's KU's Kenny Logan Jr., and that's after this timeout.
Imagine a place where a cool summer breeze blows and burgers have that smoky char-grilled flavor. And also the breeze is your car's air conditioner because you're eating at Sonic. New Sonic Griller. Sonic.
You've got a way with words. Use them to lead people to common ground. We give you every possible chance to show you care. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
Are you a super fan? K-State Superstore has the largest assortment of licensed K-State apparel and souvenirs waiting for you. And with our Superfan Rewards program, you'll enjoy even more. Fans can experience K-State Superstore at the stadium, online 24/7 at kstatesuperstore.com, and our new flagship location at 520 McCall Road. K-State Superstore, official retail partner of K-State Athletics.
Hear that? It's edge of your seat. He blows the body off the car. Entertainment at top speed. Camping World NHRA races where top drivers compete to be the best. But don't blink. And who's got the horsepower? It is going to be Justin Ashley. A dazzling top fuel final. You could miss it. It's the Menards NHRA Nationals presented by Pet Armor. August 11th through 13th at Heartland Motorsports Park in Topeka. Every ticket's a pit pass and kids 12 and under are free. Get tickets early and save at NHRA.com.
It's Memorial Day madness at the Mattress Hub, and now's the time to save big.
All the best brands in sleep up to $1,000 off with hot buys from $299. Or instant savings with Tempur-Pedic or Purple mattress and no interest financing for up to 60 months. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Have you ever dreamt about Sonic putting more candy in your blast? Or about Blast coming in 3 new flavors? Your dreams are oddly specific. New Sonic Blasts. Sonic.
Welcome back to K-Nation. One Kansas safety is coming back for his 5th year with the Jayhawks.
Yeah, it's Kenny Logan Jr. He's a force in the secondary, and K-Nation's Laney Gerber has the one-on-one interview.
Fans are dying to see you back on the field again. Just how is your recovery going so far?
I would say it's going pretty good. I'm pretty close to 100%. It's been going good. It was a long kind of experience. It was different for me just being out, just watching the guys play football, but our sports medicine staff downstairs made sure that I was doing everything I can to make sure I'm in the top shape to come back and have a healthy season.
So what is your part of the team like when you can't physically play with them or practice with them?
It was just to make sure I was encouraging, make sure I was trying to do everything to get myself better, make sure I was trying to encourage my teammates to get better mentally, physically, and stronger. So that was just my whole thing this whole time being out, just trying to get better off the field with every aspect in life.
And so how do you stay physically fit when you're not allowed to be in these workouts?
I mean, at first it was definitely hard because I couldn't run or couldn't do anything, but once I kind of got the restrictions kind of lifted a little bit, it was just trying to take it every day as I can, slowly, but now it's been building. I'm feeling good again, so I'm happy to get back out there.
And why did you get the surgery done?
I just wanted to have it done sooner than later, so not after the season, so I can get ready for the combine and stuff like that. So I just was like, I'll get it during the spring so I can recover and just have a healthy, full season. Your
arm has been free out of the sling for a few weeks now. How has your rehab been, and how are your workouts going now?
Pretty good. I'm back running. I'm back pretty much doing everything. Still a few restrictions, but I'm getting my strength back. I'm just really trying to just build it now, just make sure it's strong for the season, make sure I'm ready to go.
And how are you feeling? Do you feel better? Do you feel like you're going to go into this season stronger and better than last year?
Yeah, I definitely feel this probably the healthiest I've been body-wise because I didn't take a lot of hits this spring, so I just been kind of getting everything up to par, so I'm definitely ready to go and hit the ground running.
And how do you expect it to help you this season?
I would say from not playing, I would say just mentally, being able to be mentally stronger, being able to kind of handle things and being able to be a better leader, and then just physically just helping my body, cleaning up some stuff, making sure I'm up to par, making sure I'm healthy. So that was the main thing. Having
a better labrum now, just how are you able to continue to be a better man on the field, but then also for the other guys in your room?
I would say that step I took, it helped me be a better person just for my teammates. So just handling and channeling things better just when a bad play comes, being able to kind of be that strong vocal point and let them know, like, we can continue to work, we can continue to do things, because that helped me not playing, just focus on different things mentally, just in different aspects.
And obviously being out for a time, it's a tough decision, even though you know the surgery is good for you. You don't want to stay off the field. Have you been able to help other guys kind of weigh their options too when they don't know if they should get a treatment or a surgery or if they should keep being at practice?
I really don't say too much to them about that. I let them talk to Trent and then they go from there.
They're the experts, yeah. All right, perfect, Kenny. Thank you so much, and I hope you keep healing nicely.
Thank you.
Kenny repping the sweet chain there, too. We got to get ourselves a few of those.
Got some ice on it. Let's see what we can do. Well, don't go anywhere, folks. Up next on K-Nation, Go Power Cats. Cole Carmody is in the building. We'll talk all things Cats as the stellar 2022-23 sports season nears a close.
Hearing loss can be related to many aspects of health.
heart, dementia, diabetes. New Sound shares all test results with your doctor and our audiologist. Your health matters. Call family-owned New Sound.
At Prairie Band Casino, everyone plays a little differently. These guys are playing their cards right. He's trying to hit it big. They prefer to double down. But sometimes you just have to go all in. Discover more ways to play your way.
It's not a good day, it's a great day at Continental Siding. Save 41% on your new siding. Click or call now.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
Growing the market for Kansas-made E15 is a win-win for Kansans. What's E15? It's fuel with 15% ethanol compared to the usual 10% in regular unleaded. E15 is more affordable, has better performance, and runs cleaner than regular unleaded, meaning Kansas drivers can go further for less. From helping Kansas farm families by stabilizing grain prices, helping Kansas become more energy independent, and adding more than 4,000 jobs in Kansas, more of our money stays right here at home because of ethanol. Visit fuelbykansas.com to find a station near you.
27 News, working for you.
Welcome back to K-Nation. It has been a heck of a year for K-State sports, and we've been tracking it all. And as we've been doing that, so have the folks at Go PowerCat.
Of course they have, and one of their staffers, Cole Carmody, joins us here in studio. Cole, thanks for the time.
Hey, thanks, guys, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's start with a question revolving around your podcast. You got the podcast Fighting Ever Fighting. Check it out on Spotify, Apple Music. You just had Will Howard on, right? Was that last week you had him on?
Yep.
Tell me about your conversation with him. We don't want to spoil the whole podcast, but what were your takeaways from talking with him?
Well, I think, first of all, Will Howard is an amazing, not only quarterback, but just an amazing kid. Me being 24, I just celebrated my 24th birthday. I don't always feel like I'm very old. But then when I talk to these athletes, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting up there in age.
A big difference.
He's a great kid. He talked a lot about his struggles that he went through his freshman season. And if folks remember that 2020 COVID year, I mean, that was rough for a lot of people, but especially for Will, as a true freshman, having no experience in college. It was really hard for him. He reflected on that and really talked about what the journey he has gone on, and it's been awesome. Again, I'm pretty selfish, and I know that I say go check out my things a lot, especially a lot of the stuff we do, but that was probably my favorite podcast I've done.
Well, it is nice to open up about, non-related sports stuff with the sports guys. But if we can dive into the actual sports, though, receivers for K-State, who Will Howard's going to throw to. Got Keegan Johnson coming in, Phillip Brooks returns, RJ Garcia. What have you seen from the springtime from the pass catchers for the Wildcats?
And it's a great question because Will talked about that in the podcast. So I think for me, we didn't get a ton of access to the spring things they had. Obviously, K-State did not have a spring football game this year, which I think a lot of people were a little frustrated about. That's just not kind of what Chris Kleiman does. But I think the receivers, I'm really excited for Keegan Johnson. You touched on him, the transfer from Iowa. He is electric, and he will be the guy that looks to replace Malik Knowles. Don't sleep on Phillip Brooks coming back either. That's another big addition for this offense. He was kind of that glue guy last year. I look for him to maybe take a bigger role, and you talked about RJ Garcia. He can be another one of those outside receivers. But between Phillip Brooks and Keegan Johnson, there's going to be no shortage of weapons for Will Howard. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. And they got Ben Sinnott. You'll throw the ball to him a lot, too. We know those guys are pretty tight. He likes to get him the football. I want to talk to you about recruiting. You guys track recruiting very closely across 24/7 as a whole, but especially you guys. As we talk about recruiting, have you seen a jolt in the recruiting from football and basketball? You win a Big 12 title, you go to the Elite Eight, you're probably going to get some recruits that notice that, right?
Oh, yeah. I think that the recruiting uptick for K-State is extremely noticeable. I think for winning the Big 12 championship for football, that impact really won't be made until this year or potentially even on the next year's class of 2025, just because those roots are so deep. They're established when they're sophomores, sometimes even freshmen in high school. So really the success of the last year's team, you'll see with the kids who are sophomores in high school now, which is kind of counterintuitive when you really think about it. But just based off the type of athletes that they're going after, you can tell that things are really changing at K-State, and success is having a major impact on it.
So we got good guys coming in for basketball, some top recruits. But last year for basketball, there were really no expectations. A whole new team besides two guys. Coach Tang comes in, and with that, it was super exciting. But now we know Coach Tang is a great coach. What are expectations like coming into a next season?
Well, I still think they're looking to fill out a team, first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have 2 or 3 scholarships left. I think there's a lot of K-State fans that are holding out hope that Keontae Johnson returns. I believe the deadline for him would be May 31st. He did not enter his name into the transfer portal. He's just in the draft process. So that means he can still technically come back if he would like to, if he does not receive the feedback he likes. But there's still some spots open, and we saw that they didn't fill those spots until the end of the summer last year. So I would caution people to be overly up in arms about them not having the roster filled. KU's going through the same thing, trying to fill all those roster spots. But yeah, I think that the expectations are extremely high, and Coach Tang's talked about it. He's trying to build K-State into a blue blood.
Yeah, which is awesome. We heard Coach Tang talk about it, and he kind of gained some trust last year. I think we got to June, July last year, and we're like, Coach, you got 4 players. You got to have 5 to have some starters.
But Keontae was a late add too.
He was, and so he gained some trust there. He talked about it when the offseason began that it's not always about finding the first players in the transfer portal, but the best players and the guys that fit the program the best. So expectations are high. We got 30, 45 more seconds here talking about K-State baseball. The Batcats dropped 2 of 3 this weekend, but it's been an exciting spring.
It's been a great spring. I think the expectations for K-State to make their first NCAA regional since 2013 should still be there. It's crazy when you think about that. They got TCU coming in next weekend. If they win that series, I think they'll cement their spot in the regionals. We'll see what happens, but it's been a fun spring. It's been a fun year for K-State, and couldn't be more blessed to cover it.
They're firing on all cylinders. All right, check out the podcast, Fighting Ever Fighting, on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts. All right.
Thanks so much, Cole, and we'll be right back with more K-Nation.
Need your fireplace inspected? Make sure you and your family are safe this winter and avoid being a statistic. Certified Fireplace and Chimney now has openings as soon as this week. No need to wait months to be seen. Call or text us today to schedule your appointment.
Hi, this is Voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Golden Corral on Southwest Wanamaker Road has been locally owned since 1999. Come join us in our newly remodeled dining room with updated decor, a stone fireplace, and an enhanced buffet area. Breakfast served Saturdays and Sundays. Pickup orders and catering available. Golden Corral in Topeka is looking for great service-minded people to fill positions with advancement opportunities. Serious applicants can walk in to complete an application.
Come on in and join us
at Golden Corral.
Topeka on the glass on 3. 1, 2. Topeka on the glass!
As the weather warms up and your to-do list grows, don't forget about your windshield.
Avoid costly replacements. Repair that chip before it's too late.
If you need a repair or an entire windshield replacement,
call Topeka Auto Glass, 785-438-8808.
Everyone dreams of having a stunning fireplace for their home, so why not make your dream a reality? Certified Fireplace and Chimney specializes in making these dreams come true. And now, with in-home renderings and no interest payment plans, it's never been an easier decision. Call or text today.
K-State and KU football coming off one of the best combined seasons. They were both very good last season in quite some time. With that comes, of course, higher expectations. Vegas is not oblivious to that, and they've released win predictions for the fall football season.
Defending Big 12 champs set at 8.5 wins. You can bet the Wildcats to have 9 or more wins, or 8 or less. For KU, it's set at 6.5. That's 7 or more to bet. or 6 or less. Look at Vegas expecting a bowl game for the Jayhawks. No slowdown after a breakout year.
The standard has certainly been raised in Lawrence in a hurry.
And they've said that all offseason.
Yeah, for sure. 8.5 has got to be the highest it's been for K-State in a while, and 6.5 the highest it's been for KU in a while. So it's
especially looking off of what happened
an
last
exciting
season.
time. All right, I can't wait till football season. Thanks for watching K-Nation. Join us next Sunday and every Sunday after our 10 p.m. newscast.
Happy Mother's Day and have a great night.
There's quality leadership with Gene Taylor. Obviously, very fine coaches, from head coaches to assistant coaches, and young people that are committed to being successful.
But Coach Leipold and that staff are doing a phenomenal job building that program right now.